Hello. So today I'm going to do two things. One, I'm going to show you how I help celebrate the Advent since we're stuck at home. And then I'm also going to do something that I used to do before I started doing sermons, which is give a testimony. So the Advent thing, since we are on the third Sunday of Advent, this is my candle that represents love. Here's my candle that represents hope. And today we are lighting the candle to represent peace. So, as I light this, I'm going to tell you a testimony, which is what I used to do before I used to do sermons uh, about peace. So, there was a time where um, I basically was in a position of authority. I was an assistant manager for Walmart. I was working in Metro East St. Louis, and things were going good. Uh, I was advancing. I was getting acknowledged by district managers, all these different people. And then all of a sudden, one day, I got moved to a store that I was not the greatest fan of. The store basically, uh, the it just let's just say it was not a good situation. And one day we just happened to have like it was a stressful time of the year, and we were just going through it. It was just, you're going through the motions. You're just trying to stay calm and not let the customers see the anguish or your employees. And it just got to me. Um, I remember that I was driving home and I just got done doing what we call a 4 on, 3 off. So I just started my 3 days off. And I got home, and all I can remember doing was just collapsing on what was my couch at the time, was a futon, and I was just sitting there, and I was stressed out. I literally was burnt out. It was just too much for me to handle. And I'm sitting there, and I'm thinking, I want to quit my job. I want to do this, but I don't know how I'm going to pay the bills paid. Because on the way upstairs, I had to pick up my mail, and it was just bills, 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 bills. It was bills with hospital, it was my normal mortgage or my rent, the electric. It was all these bills, and there was also, my college bills. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I just got paid the other day. I don't know how I'm going to make ends meet. And here I'm working for a job that's supposed to be a great job, yet I used to love it, but I don't. And I remember I sat there, I was just so frustrated, I couldn't even turn on the TV. That's how bad it was. And I remember I basically sat there and I was like, all right, I don't know what else to do. So I prayed. I prayed to God. I laid it all out. I'm like, I know that you know what's going on in my life, but let me just lay it out. This is what's going on in my life. And I'm sitting there and I'm praying and I'm praying. And when I get done praying, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about calling my boss at the time and saying, hey, I can't do this anymore. I need to quit. I need to step down or something like that. And before I could even pick up the phone, all of a sudden, this sense of peace came over me. This peace that, you know, you're not going through this alone. You went through worse. In fact, at that time, I knew I'd been through worse, um, because that was about 3 or 4 years after they had to take my spleen out for ITP. And if you knew me, you knew the treatment for the ITP was not the greatest thing in the world for me. And so I've been through worse. And all of a sudden, I remembered about this opportunity that I had where I could have gone and done this. So I basically called the person who gave me this opportunity and I said, hey, is that opportunity still, on the table? Can I go out to the road and do store planning? And they were like, yeah, we can definitely sign you up for next year. And so I called and talked to my boss. I'm like, listen, it's not you. It's not everything. It's just with everything going on, I need a break from being in stores. I need to do something. Um, And because I prayed, because I let God take the burdens from me for just a minute, even though I still had to deal with those bills, even though I still had to go and work because I had to do my job for the next 2 months before I went out on the road, I had a sense of peace because there was hope. There was hope that, things would get better and that I was not alone in my battle. So, as you go throughout your life, when you feel that you are stressed out, when you feel there is no end, where it just feels like there's no way you can crawl out of the hole that you're in, try this. Take just a moment. Take a moment just to pray to God. Say, God, give me a sense of peace. Give me a moment to breathe. And God will grant you that peace. I thank you guys so much for paying attention, for watching this video, and may God be with you during this holiday season, during the season of Advent. Thank you, and have a good day. Bye.